Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a very cool team for the Open Great League. And this is going to be the first video after my big announcement. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out on my channel. A lot is changing on this channel, which you most likely already noticed at this point as well. This video actually was supposed to come out before that, but I'm kind of glad that maybe this comes out afterwards because this was so much fun to play. And it's kind of more showcasing as well on where the direction of this channel is going to be as well. I just play the stuff that I want to play, that I think is fun. And if it may be not performing that well because it's Medicham and Bastion, then so be it. I'm doing this for fun. And this is all what I'm doing here. As you can see here, we are running Solar Beam and the Shadow Ball on the Licky, and that is so much fun. To be fair, I built myself this Licky just for this video specifically, because I want to try out this Pokemon with both of those hard-hitting moves, because what you see currently is a ton of Quagsire, like literally absolutely everywhere, and Quagsire is not actually a very bad swap into Licky, and so I wanted to try to utilize my Licky here to counter that, because what we have here is actually a theme team from seasons earlier on, where we had the meta core of Medicham Bastion already, but Medicham was counter back in the day, and then you had Lickitung as a say-sop. The difference between Licky and Lickitung is mainly the coverage, as you have actually Ghost type coverage on both of them, because you're going to have access to Lick on Lickitung, as well as Licky with Shadow Ball. I do think Licky has Lick as well, but it's kind of pointless because Rollout is so much better. And then you have Power Whip on Lickitung, and you have Solar Beam on Licky, which is kind of what I try to showcase here today on how strong Solar Beam can actually be, because nobody expecting it. And so let's dive into this video and let's dive into why this team is actually fantastic and why this is working out and why you also need Shadow Ball as well as Solar Beam, and you shouldn't run Body Slam and Solar Beam is kind of the reason why you would want to run Licky in the first place. What does Licky do for especially this team here? It's supposed to help your Bastion. That is its job, by the way. Let's see if we can land another one. So far nobody has shielded the Solar Beam. It's very unlikely that we have Solar Beam here, right? So, yeah, goodbye Quagsire again. This is the main reason why you want to have this move here. That being said, I don't actually know if we're going to win this battle here, because they have that Ninetales. They are going to get low, but I don't know what they have in the back yet. It's going to be a bit of an interesting one with the balls coming in. They have Gels in the back. That's actually very bad for us, as we don't really have an answer through this Pokemon at all anymore. But, yeah, just generally speaking, this team itself, of course, with Jelson is a bit of a tougher one to deal with, but again, you're going to actually have a very good answer towards it if you don't face it in the lead directly in the Licky. But basically what you want to do is you want to support the Bastion, but you also want to support the Medicham as much as possible with the Licky. So you want to bait out Fighting-type Pokemon. Most common Fighting-type Pokemon is currently Low Kick Annihilate, where you need Shadow Ball in order to pressure it. If you have Body Slam or Rollout, you're not going to be fine there. And if you have just, basically the Solar Beam as the only move that is going to be able to hit it, you're never going to get there. And here, by the way, they have Dazzling Gleam. They don't have the Weather Ball. It's Chilling Water. So, that kind of lost us the battle. If they had Chilling Water, we actually would have mostly won that. But this team itself doesn't, of course, only have benefits as well. There's some Pokemon that can kind of core break it, as you saw already with Jelson in certain situations. Here, Manamar can be a bit tough for this team as well. I have to say, though, I went crazy positive with this team. This team was fantastic. I think I only went positive with this team. I'm faced and I did 4 sets. I did definitely go 3. I think I did go 3 super positive and then 1, 2, 3. So that was totally fine, especially for running something with the Solar Beam here that's a bit more off meta. But generally speaking, this team itself is just kind of working out quite well because it can support each other. We have the weaknesses of Bastion, which is mainly water, fighting, which you're going to be able to bait out anyway here. The ground typing, which you're going to be able to mainly beat actually with a Licky or at least pressure shields. And then you have Medicham that can counter as well most of those weaknesses, while Bastion and Licky can also counter most of the weaknesses of Medicham, like Ghost type Pokemon, which Licky is still going to be good because also we have Shadow Ball. Flying type Pokemon, where we're going to have still a Rollout. There's so many benefits of having this specific moveset for this specific team, where I don't say that Licky is generally better with Solar Beam, don't get me wrong, but for this team, it worked out beautifully, and it was definitely the big difference on why this team worked so well for me. Here we're going to have Doublade against us now, which you're going to be able to still go for the Flamethrower against, and that's all that we need. This is their final Pokemon. I know that I can still take at least 1 charge move here on my Medicham. I know that I still have energy on my Licky, so my win con is just to stay in here, go for the Dynamic Punch, and the opponent forfeits anyway. Okay, let's deep dive into the gameplay itself and how to play this team. here, for example, against Tinkaton, we want to stay in for a little bit. I do feel like I would enjoy a swap out eventually because I don't really want to get hit by a player off, at least not on my lead. On this Pokemon, it's absolutely fine. Tinkaton, by the way, one of those Pokemon that I actually made a video towards that I haven't released yet. I should definitely do that soonish. I have everything required for that already. That's a bit silly. Yeah, I made a video towards this Pokemon and what this Pokemon can do with its new community day move, but I haven't done released it yet, so that's good job by me. Maybe I'm gonna release it in like 1 or 2 days or whatever on this channel. I have to see. But Tinkaton itself is going to be very good with the community day coming up in around 1 week from now on. So definitely something that will be very interesting for you as well. It's going to be top meta. It's going to be a Pokemon you need to have, but more towards it in the specific video that I already recorded a week ago and then just forgot about it. Or like I had a lot of things going on. By the way, this video didn't come on the Tuesday where I actually wanted to record it because I just got sick. Like I just was sick for a while. I had now my first 2 days in my new job, which I was a video about as well. And now we are back having some interesting content here, and I actually have some more teams as well that I've played already in the meantime that I had a lot of success with, what I'm going to try to showcase on this channel here as well eventually, but maybe not all of them. I have to see. Again, I'm not going to do as many videos as used to be, so yeah, we have to see. But again, I'm having some fun in the Go Battle League right now. I should win for the Solar Beam here, by the way. Shadow Ball is not the right play, but doesn't really matter. They're going to shield anyway. Never mind, Shadow Ball was the right play. I actually selected another one, which I think was actually crucial for this battle, because now we're going to get them into the range where Medicham is even going to be able to knock them out with any kind of move. So like that's going to be great. We have the Medicham coming in. We're going to be able to go for the Psycho Cut. Down even needy at this point. Foul Play is coming through. We're going to shield. Why I shield here is mainly because of the potential option of Dazzling Gleam on this Pokemon, if you're wondering, because Foul Play we still survive. But also here, Tinkaton now against our Medicham, we should be grand getting to another charge move. In comes the boulders. Okay, they're even going to get the defense drop onto us, which doesn't mean I think Player Off would have knocked us out anyway from this range, but Dynamic Punch is going to knock them out. So, good game to the opponent, and we can move on to the next one, where we will face off against a Marowak, a Pokemon that's actually gonna get a little bit more usage recently. I saw someone hit actually a legend with Marowak, so that's kind of an interesting one there. The Ice Punch is coming through. This is, yeah, going to be quite interesting. This is going to be the Bone Club coming through here as well. And in comes now the Moltres, which I am more than happy with, because I have my Bastion, and Bastion could actually go for the full farm down, unless they're running Payback. Let's see, they're running Payback. Okay, that's going to be making it a bit more tricky. I have to get a little bit more extra energy before throwing anything. But now they're very likely going to let the move go, and then they're going to get a ton of energy on their Marowak. I don't really like that, but because I got the energy extra, I can still go for another Flamethrower, forcing a shield early, which is going to be huge for us because it's going to make a big difference over the period of this battle, because now we have the Ice Punch coming through, and I would have now the potential option to just sweep with my Licky. And there's a Celio coming in, and you know what? I don't need to go for Shadow Ball because Shadow Ball doesn't knock them out from this range. Body Slam would not knock them out either, but you know what knocks them out? The Solar Beam. Easily one-shotting that Celio here, winning us this battle as the Mara comes back in. Like, we can take a hit here. I have still a shield left. I can actually take 2 hits here, and I still have Shadow Ball, which is going to be enough from this range. And so this is why I would recommend you to build yourself a second Licky. It's just so much fun as well. Like, honestly, it was just so much fun. For Alligator, horrible lead force. Absolutely horrible lead force, because we don't have the greatest answers to this Pokemon at all. It's okay if we have energy advantage with our Medicham, but we don't have that, and that is a bit of an issue. And here I'm going to go for the bait. I'm not going to go for the Solar Beam, which is kind of funny because honestly, Shadow Ball isn't really a bait, but I have to play it this way because I'm fairly certain I cannot speed them, because I can take a hit while the opponent can't. And I should be able to align myself correctly with that. But yeah, I need to do that because otherwise my team is just going to be a bit too weak to Feraligatr. And I want to keep a switch advantage with the team that I have. It's quite RPS. So that's why I decided to go for a shield. Yeah, I'm going to be forced to go for a Shadow Ball like this. And I might even be able to reach another one in time, which would be very nice because it would allow me to get yet another shield from the opponent. And with that, we should see them shields down, very likely. Never mind, they're just gonna... Okay, they're just gonna lose. Good game. That's also usually my way of playing. It makes sense. I had to hope that there's something weak in the back. Alright, the Mighty Yenna. I'm gonna go for the bait here. Seems a bit silly, but there's no way that they're not going to shield here. So, like, there's literally no way. I am just going to use a shield here. It's very like the Poison Fang. Okay, it's a crunch. Never mind. Then go ahead and do that. But we're going to be able to win this matchup guaranteed in the 2-shield scenario, as long as... Okay, why do I swap out? That's what you might think. Again, remember what Licky is supposed to do. It's supposed to be the bait for those ground types, which worked out beautifully here. Even though I didn't bait out the ground type, I wanted to bait out. And this was kind of the bit of an issue here. It's Steelix. Steelix is going to be good that we have it here for our Bastion. Bastion is actually not that great against Steelix. So, Solar Beam again, by the way, is going to knock them out here. Another Shadow Ball would have not done that. And so we again caught them off guard. In comes the Wigglytuff, which now means that we have alignment, which is absolutely crucial. They're going to swap out into their Mightyena, and I'm fine by that. I can just let the move go. It's going to be the crunch. I know it's going to... It actually hurt way less than I expected. Okay, sorry, Bastion. I wasn't aware of your game there. That was actually crazy. I didn't expect this would do this little. But as you can see, we're going to have the Dynamic Punch now coming through, knocking out the Mightyena, winning us basically the battle immediately because of what is a Wigglytuff going to do against the Bastion. And so I actually thought that the opponent would more say forfeit here, but they want to play it out. And is this going to be... That's why, by the way, you see me here not tapping for a bit. That was actually me, because I thought there's no way that they're going to stay in this battle now. They want me to play it all the way out, and I was like, oh, is there a way of them winning the battle? Absolutely no. Like, there's nothing they can do here. Like, absolutely nothing. Cool, have fun debuffing me, but like, you're still never going to be able to knock out a Bastion as a Wigglytuff. Don't know what they tried to do there. Alright, this is kinda one of the big questions for this team. How do you play against Nihilape? Do you win against Nihilape? How do you, like, what are you going to do here? The reason here why you should actually be fine is because it can take the first Rage Fist quite easily, and then you're going to have access to Ice Punch, and Psycho Cut is doing super effective damage as well. Issue here is, I think now with the recent update, they're gonna get to the Rage Fist just a little bit faster for the second one, which means in total it's a very neutral matchup, and so I did not really want to play it out in this way. And so what I decided to do is, I decided to go and catch the move. And now I have a Rage Fist onto a normal type Pokemon, and I have 2 Dynamic Punch stored, as well as a little bit of an energy lead here. In comes their Licky. Okay, I have 2 Dynamic Punches. Again, remember, that's going to be quite nice against a Pokemon like the Licky. But we don't know what they have in the bag yet. So, Solar Beam comes in. Alright. And they swap. I don't know, like, I feel like in today's video, a lot of people just don't really think that if you have a Medicham in the lead and Licky says up, there's quite likely that there's going to be a Steel type in the bag, as this is the best way of countering the Wigglytuff, which is, of course, something I have to counter as a Medicham user. And so, like, I don't really understand what the opponent tries to achieve here, unless they have, like, Focus Blast here, which it doesn't learn, like Earthquake would learn, that was super effective as well. There's nothing they can do here. Even Earthquake would have not knocked me out from this range, by the way, fun fact. Even then, like, I have 2 Dynamic Punches stored. The opponent is, yeah, at this point, done with their life. Just, again, this team works out really, really well. Like, Licky's Haze Up is fantastic for this team. The amount of time, by the way, I couldn't actually put in all of the video, like, all of the gameplay as well. There have been so many Solar Beams that haven't even been in this video. I feel like I land a Solar Beam every second battle onto mainly Water and Ground type Pokemon. And, like, that is kind of crazy. Again, we still have 2 more battles left here after this as well. It just takes a while because the opponent just was like, yeah, rage quitting. But, like, let's take a look at the next opponent. Look at this. Horrible lead. In comes Licky. In comes, okay, Pangoro. They survive a Body Slam. They survive a Shadow Ball. But do they survive a Solar Beam? Answer is no. And that is basically already the end of the story. In comes the Primeape. That is going to be a bit more tougher. But oh, look at this. We are actually going to be able to just go for another Shadow Ball now. And we land that, and that already wins us the battle. Like, this literally just wins us the battle. This is all we needed to win the battle. They have no chance of winning this now. Rage Fist does knock me out. Why do they do that? I have no idea. Yeah, this Pokemon goes down. I can let this move go. Like, they had a good lead, by the way. They won the lead. It just, they didn't expect Solar Beam. Speaking of winning the lead, the next opponent gonna do the same. I get a bit of energy advantage here on my Medicham. This is like because I can kind of transfer 1 charm onto my Licky, and because I have such a hard ends in the back, I hope this swap out. Like, what can I? Well, like, what do you think is gonna happen here? We're debuffed. Of course, they're not gonna shield. And like, I don't actually. I still don't know. Like, this video is over now. I don't know what I put on the thumbnail. Is it Licky Licky that just one-shots everything? Is it the Medicham and Bastion call, which is totally back? I couldn't tell you, but like, this is gonna be for the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and again, hopefully you stay tuned for more videos on this channel, even though they're going to be quite a bit rarer, and especially in the beginning now. So yeah, see you then. Bye bye.